welcome back to Rochie Roch YouTube. I am joined by someone who I've been trying to pin down for not like that for about 3-4 weeks now.
Yes, 3-4
Where have you been?
Yeah. In camp, training, you know.
Just been focusing on your career,
living a lifestyle, you know, I shouldn't be living.
Yeah. So Craig, you obviously, I wanted to talk to you before your Blue Borough fight and kind of find out how you was feeling about. Are you laughing about the fight?
No, no.
Do you see the way you laugh?
No.
But obviously I didn't get to catch up with you. So really I just want to kind of find out a little bit more about you as a boxer. So how did you get into boxing?
I started boxing a little bit when I was young. Just enjoyed it. Nothing dedicated. Like, you know, just doing it for fun, the sparring aspect. Actually, to be honest, I followed my cousin down to the gym. He was going. I just followed him to keep him company. He stopped, I carried on. Then I left boxing again. Then my other cousin rang me, said, "Oh, come down to my gym, come do some sparring." I went back with him. Used to do it for the sparring aspect. A couple of guys I see in the gym, who I knew I was way better than, was doing well. And I was thinking him. I was thinking, nah,
okay, so you're
on.
like, I could do that.
I thought I could do it, but I knew I was talented. But I never really had the dedication at the time. Obviously, I had one coach who was there at the Lynn. He used to always say to me, "I'm telling you, my man, if you keep boxing, you'll be a champion." I think, nah, he's just talking rubbish.
Thought he was gassing you.
Thought he was gassing. I was thinking, nah, my man's just lying to me. But he started saying to me, "Look, I'll drop you home. I won't charge you subs. You can bring friends for free." Because I thought, obviously, he's probably doing it because I'm paying subs and for free. So I thought, wow, this guy believed in me. So kind of kept doing boxing more for him. Got into a couple of little things happen, and then I thought to myself, I need a route. Just started boxing on shows, getting fighter of the night, hitting the papers, winning little tournaments, etc., etc. And everyone was like, "Right, look how talented you can go somewhere with this." And I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought, I could, you know. If you weren't good enough, you'll come short, and if you're good enough, you'll make it. So obviously there was qualms and that from my family a little bit, and that they was like, "Go and get a job. Don't be more realistic," you know. My pops, my granddad, yeah, they was like, "Come on, like, it's not realistic. Why are you gonna get signed, like, a young black boy from South London? You're not gonna get signed to a big promoter." I said, "I'm gonna win this, do this, and in 3 years, I'll turn pro." She said, "All right, cool." She wrote everything down on the paper. I ticked 95% of her tick list, and 3 years to that day, I turned pro. Got signed to the Sims. They put me onto Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn had to look at me, went out there, blasted my guy in 40 seconds. He said, "All right, this guy looks good. Put me back on a couple more shows." Before you know it, I went out there.
So do you think if your, let's just play devil's advocate here, if your mother and your family had been like, "Oh, okay, cool, do what you want to do," do you think you would have developed as much determination to succeed as you did?
Yeah, I think either way, because I think it weren't one of them ones like, you know, a lot of boys, they go boxing because their dad takes them, their dad drags them down the gym, their dad wanted to be a boxer, weren't able to do it, and they try and push their son, you know what I'm saying? I was the opposite, where at first people didn't want me to do it. It was all self-driven, you know what I'm saying? And like, as you know, all the boys on the ends, there's a lot of boys who could have probably been something, but everyone wants to do it fast money, quick, shortcuts. No one wants to do anything where you got to build for the long term, the long run, you know what I'm saying? So knowing you're going to be in the amateurs for how many years not getting paid and fully dedicating yourself to it,
that's
no
hard
one's
work.
going to do that. Exactly.
How did you survive that process?
I just had to, you know, do like personal training bits here and there. You know, it was hard. It was a hard grind. I had to do what I had to do, make ends meet and crack on, and I had to dedicate myself in the gym. I've been dedicated to this for a long time. Turned pro, dedicated myself up at the Sims camp, then obviously moved over to the Matchroom gym as of a year and a bit ago, and some days we might do a 12-hour shift, you don't know, like, we work hard. So yeah, that's my background to getting into boxing.
Why are you so passionate about boxing?
I don't know, I think the passion's just within. Like, when I do it, I'm happy. Like, when I get to the gym, like, they laugh at me in the gym. They're like, "You hate leaving the gym, don't you?" Like, I'm a gym rat. Like, I love it. Like, see, like, some people go to a party, they're happy. Yeah. Like, if I'm at a party, I'm thinking about boxing. So
what is your long-term goal? And where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Definitely 5 years, I'll definitely be a world champion, multi-millionaire.
I love that. Multi-millionaire, you hear that? Not just a millionaire.
No.
Don't forget us, you know.
No, come on.
Because you're on my channel, so don't forget that, yeah.
Come on,
I'm like, yo, Craig, remember me back in the day?
I'm like, limo tints. I go drive up.
There's any barriers that you kind of foresee to go through, or do you think it's just going to be, this is what I'm doing and I'm just going to get there?
This is what I'm doing, no matter what happens. If I was to go and meet my coach at the gym now, and I'll drive there and he texts me saying I can't make it, I'll say, okay, I'll go in the gym and I'll work the bag, I'll find another way I'll train. Nothing or no one could determine deter me from doing what I'm doing. I'm going to make it either way.
How important do you think it is to have a positive mentality and a very strong mental state when it comes to boxing?
You got to be mentally strong. In there it gets tough. Not just in there, in camps it gets tough. Sometimes you do stuff and your physical is done, it's all off mental.
Right.
In boxing is it's sad to say, but if you ain't got some of the assets, it's hard to make it.
Right, and what do you mean by assets?
Good mind, strong mind, determination, heart. You know, you gotta have certain assets as a fighter naturally, or it ain't gonna go well for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so how important is it to have a really good team in order to be successful?
Very important.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with me. I've got a very good team. Being with the Sims, it's obviously their name talks for itself. They're one of the best in the UK, if not the best team in the UK. And they've been there time and time again. You've seen them. They've done the likes of been for years. We're doing the corners of Anthony Joshua. He was down at our gym training. You got they make produce world champions from scratch, guys like Darren Barker. We got and Peter's been in the gym working around with them. Tony's been in the gym with all of these guys for years and years. So they know exactly what they're doing. They've seen fighters come and go.
Did you research them before you kind of joined them? Did you know about them before that?
To be honest, I got advised to go to them. They said, look, if you want to do something boxing, these guys are good. And obviously from then I had a look and I thought, yeah. And I met, do you know, it was a short time from the moment we spoke. He come down to my fight. Funny enough, it was against Andre in the amateurs. He come down, watched me. He was like, oh, flipping bad decision that fight, mate. I'll sign you. And I was like, yeah, cool. But when I met him, I could just feel, you feel someone's energy and their mindset and their aura. I could tell this guy knows what he's doing. He rung me a couple of days later. He said, oh mate, what are you doing between the 10th of April to the 30th? And I was like, not sure. He's like, you free? And he's like, yeah. I said, I'm free. He goes, okay, cool, I'm booking your flights now. You're going Marbella, we're starting training camp. And I was like, huh? I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I thought, oh, these guys are serious.
That's what you need, that type of dedication.
Yeah. Obviously, when Eddie Hearn said, all right, let me see him, put him on my shirt, it was only 3 weeks till the fight. And I was like, 3 weeks to my debut? No, I want to be prepared properly.
Yeah, 3 weeks isn't a long time.
Yeah, that's what I said, that's not a long time. He's like, listen, mate, opportunities like this don't come around twice, mate. He said, Eddie Hearn wants to have a look at you, mate. You want to go and I'll get you ready. And I said,
crazy.
Within 2 weeks, I sold nearly 200 tickets.
Everyone
everyone wanted to see my debut. And it was reality hit when I was walking out. All them people, my aunties, my cousins, my friends, everyone from the ends was actually here to watch me. And I'm like, I've never actually boxed as a pro, so am I as good as I think I am in the gym?
Did you start to feel nervous?
So at this point, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, imagine, Eddie Hearn's coming to look at me.
Oh,
I'm with the Sims, they've vouched for me. So I'm thinking, oh, this is, And for some reason, Peter had realised that already. I said, what are you nervous for, mate? I said, huh?
Picked it up already.
I said, what are you nervous for? He said, listen, you've done all the hard work, you're talented, mate. You do it in the gym week in, week out. He said, forget everyone, F everyone else. Yeah. This is your time, innit? So go and show everyone what you're about. Go and show them you're talented, mate. Go and enjoy yourself. You only get one debut. I thought, yeah, F everyone else. This is my time. Went out there, guy ran at me straight away, started swinging. Obviously, I moved back, caught him a check, cut him, hurt him, stopped him within 40-something seconds. Debut was done. Wow. I was like, oh, right, that was nice. That was easy.
That was easy. What was I nervous for?
That was welcome to the pro game. But things like that, for him to be able to calm you down, get you prepared, it showed me their experience.
And it's very important to have that, isn't
very it? Important. It's very important.
I'll ask you, how much time do you really spend looking at opponents, especially leading up to a fight with somebody? Do you analyse them beforehand or? Not
really.
Okay.
I'll have a quick peek, look at them, so I know what I'm working towards in camp. And I leave that more for my team. My team, as I said, their experience, they go and look at the opponent, they tell me what I need to do for this fight, etc., etc. And we go out there and we get the job done.
So you've won quite a lot of fights, but you have lost a few, haven't you?
No, just the one at the British title. Okay. What happened is, so basically, after Eddie had offered me the fight, he asked me 5 days notice to fill in at light heavyweight. I was still at super middleweight as well. So it was a big ask. I was 10-0. The guy was 23 fights, 15 knockouts, the British champion, and I trained the 12-week camp for the British title fight. Obviously, I didn't have no camp. Got told 6 days before. I said, listen, I'll do it. We sat down to meet, and he was like, look, I know you ain't trained for the fight, so you got a few rounds to try and get him out there. If you don't get him out there, boy, your safety's got to be first. Looking at my mate, I said, listen, no one ain't knocking me out.
Okay.
I'm going 12. If I get in that ring, I'm going 12 and I'm going to win. At that point, my profile had raised because everyone expected me to get knocked out or hurt or even dropped or hurt or some point in the fight. Which at no point in the fight I got bothered or hurt or anything. We went 12 rounds, come up short on points. And then after that is when I decided I was going to move to the light heavyweight division.
Right.
Everyone was thinking, well, he's actually a super middleweight, so he's going to be too small for the weight. But people don't actually understand, I'm naturally, before I was boxing, 15 stone, which is, super middleweight was 3 stone beneath my natural weight. They gave me 5 fights, 3 fights, all opponents with winning records, knocked them all out within 3 rounds. Wow. Then I was meant to fight a title fight, my opponent pulled out. I fought another guy.
Hold on, did he pull out because he knew he was going to fight you?
Yeah, he pulled out.
That's mad.
He got pushed into calling me out.
He's like, no, I don't want no trouble. I don't want to do it.
I said, yo, I was in the changing room. Someone said, yeah, he just tweeted that, how about you to get on for his title? He just watched you knock the guy out 3rd round at York Court. I said, you say he's at ringside? He said, yeah. I said, all right, cool. Threw my tracksuit on, ran out to ringside. He said, yo, what, you just called me out, yeah? He was like, no, Eddie Hearn made me do it.
It wasn't
I said,
me.
listen, you've done it now. It's out there, innit? So we're going to get it on. Then he's gone home on Twitter, ran up his mouth again. So I ran my manager, I said, I'll ring Eddie, make this fight happen, please. So
do you bother with the Twitter arguments?
This is what people. This is why they get me twisted. Because on social media, I don't do back and forth. But when I see you, it'll be a different story. But on social media, everyone's a keyboard warrior on social media. So I left it. I ran my manager, said, make the fight happen, please. Spoke to Eddie. He's like, I don't know why he's called you out. He said his Achilles is hurting him. He can't fight for July. He just pulled off the show. So I was like, what a joker. So
sorry, who was this boxer?
Jake Ball.
Okay.
So I said, okay, cool. Don't worry about it. He was ranked a lot. He was ranked obviously way above me at the time.
Right.
He was the GB boy, boxed on the Olympic team as an amateur. He was knocking everyone out. Irish boy,
so that's
Traveller.
Why he's come with a big talk.
Yeah, Traveller, knocking everyone out. He then said he wasn't going to be ready in time. I waited, but going back one step, I was going to fight on. Dylan was like, why don't you fight on his card in July? I said, look, I'm set to fight with Jake Ball. I'd just rather wait. You know, he's called me out one thing at a time. There's no point me fighting someone else on your card. I'd rather deal with what's at hand. So I'll wait till he's ready. So October finally come. He's running up his mouth. Week before fight week, then he just pulls out. Says something about his hand injury. So I said to him, like,
so he went from the
so
problem in his legs to
his
hands.
So I said to him, obviously I want a little bit. Can we get, me and my manager wanted proof. They sent over the proof to my manager of some little red mark on his hand. So that's why if you go on my Instagram, you'll see I posted a picture on Instagram.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I posted on Instagram. I said, this is what he's pulling out for. And everyone gave him stick. I thought, no, you're going to waste my 14-week camp. Show everyone. You're talking about, I don't talk about it. I got an injury. I wish I could continue. You could continue.
But you was talking the big talk on Twitter.
And you weren't even these knuckles. You punched with these knuckles and hairs hurting on your hand. This has nothing to do with the boxing. So I exposed it on Twitter. So everyone started calling him Stick. His name obviously Jake Ball. We started calling him Jake Nobles.
Jake Nobles!
We started giving him Stick.
You should never have told me that. Oh, Jake. So has he come back to say, all right, I'm ready to fight you now?
At this point, he's like, all right, we're going to get it on by the end of the year. Don't pull out when I call you back out. I said, me don't pull out. I'm ready now. So he was like, cool. So December was going back and forth. We was meant to fight on Dylan's card. He then changed his mind and was like, I don't want to fight on Dylan's card. I said to Eddie and I'm like, look, this is too much for me now. Like, give me a new opponent. Anyone, the Jose Burtons, any of these guys, all these guys wasn't ready December. I didn't get to box on the show. It would have been perfect because I was in camp all year. The show was on the 22nd of December. I wanted at that point to go spend some time with my family. You know, box on the 22nd, have a Christmas. Yeah. He pulls out, obviously, of the show. At this point now, they said, right, you're fighting beginning of February against Jake Ball again. So I was like, this is getting out of hand. So now I had to train through Christmas. I trained Christmas Eve, I trained Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I was in the gym. Every day I was in the gym getting ready for this idiot. Cut long story short. So when we had the press conference, I was winding him up again. He was getting frustrated. I brought him a big roll of bubble wrap. Said, wrap yourself up and listen to the fight now. You take the piss. He was pissed. He was getting mad. I could see him shaking. He was like angry. There was 2 ways I could have went about that. I could have been mad, or I could have just made it into a joke. We're talking all the tough talk, and then obviously because of the fight and the hype now, it built up into a grudge match. Co-main event at the O2 Arena, 10,000 came in attendance, and it was on Sky Sports in the zone. It was in America, so it was a lot of pressure.
Great to get that exposure.
It was great to get that exposure. So like a lot of pressure for people to see how good I am now with a training camp and at light heavyweight against one of the best prospects in the country. Period. Obviously I went out there, boxed him, I knocked him down first round, knocked him down second round, knocked him down third round, and stopped him by the
why
third
did he keep
round.
getting back up? I don't
know.
understand. Are you knocking me out? I'm not going back up.
The
Just
ref
forget
had to
it.
save him from himself. I saw him sliding down the ropes at one point. I was like, this is getting out of hand.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny. It's really funny.
The knockdowns was funny, to be fair, yeah. He was distressed. So that's how I become the WBA Continental champion and got ranked 12th, ranked number 12 in the world.
Continental champion.
Yeah, and I got ranked 12th in the world in the WBA, yeah. So from then, that's when I got my world rankings. Then I heard Andre for months. People telling me that Andre wants to call you out. Andre wants to call you out. Andre wants to call you out.
Really?
So I was like, what's wrong with him? Just let him to relax, yeah. So he kept pressing the situation. Like everyone's telling me, he keeps mentioning you. He's obsessed with you. Every time I see him, he's mentioning your name. Obviously, I saw him out one day. I said, yo, what's going on? I heard, no, we're cool. I said, listen, at the end of the day, if you want to fight, we'll fight at some point. Build your profile, make it down the line, and then we'll make it a massive fight. We'll both eat nice of it, get more experience, build yourself. He was just like, yeah, cool. Then I heard he was going to the board to make the fight, but obviously,
what does that mean?
He went to the British Board of Boxing. He won a British eliminator, right?
Yeah.
Which makes him in line to go and fight for a British. But you can do a final eliminator as well to secure your place. Right. So he was going to the board to say, can I get a final eliminator against Craig Richards? So before, I said to him, I heard and he said, no, that's not the case. But as with the Sims, they've got good relationships in boxing. They know all the calls what gets made. I know people already told me he was going to make the call through the gyms. So he was in my gym sparring. I saw him watching my spar, because I know he knew the fight was going to get made. I knew anyway. I left him to watch my spar. If it ain't going to make a difference if we fight, you can watch me all day long practicing. Yeah.
This is so entertaining.
So I just left him to watch me spar. So the next day, the fight had got, the board emailed us to say Andre Sterling versus Craig Richards to fight for final British eliminator. And I said to him, oh yeah, I see the little email. I don't know why they've made that fight. I said, you know why the fight's made? They made this fight. You've gone to the board. Like, what's all this about? So for me, like, I'd rather you just be real to me and just say, listen, I want to fight you, innit?
Yeah.
So like, we're cool, we're friends, we're chatting, but then at the same time, you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was all a bit, so I'd just rather someone up front and straight. So at this point, my manager said, oh, what do you want to do? Because obviously I was meant to fight for the Commonwealth title.
Yep.
So do you want to go for that? I said, you know what, just make the fight. If you want to make the fight, let's make the fight, because this boy's on my tail for ages. I've told him already it's not going to be good for his career, because he's going to have to restart. I said he's in a good position right now. He just won an eliminator. He should have went on and fought for the British. At that point, if he could win the British and I'd won the Commonwealth, he could even have boxed for the British and Commonwealth and make it a bigger fight. But at that time, he wanted to go and fight me for a final eliminator, which jeopardises his spot for the British.
Right.
So eager to get the clout I have and what I've done, you're going to jeopardise your position of going to fight for the British, which didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Because I didn't even want to go for the British at the time. I said it was a bit early. I've been in his career, because I was 10-0, feeling on top of the world. When I went and called my man out on 5 days' notice, I've been there. I've told you it's too early. But the difference is, you've got a full camp and you've called the fight on. So it's not the same. You've come prepared for this fight and you've called me out. I didn't call the other guy out. Yeah. So it was like, okay, cool. So that's why in the fight I just took my time. I never rushed. I wasn't exerting myself. Just took my time. I thought I'm gonna get the knockout at some point. Anyway, I waited too long. He was obviously making the fight messy with all the hugging, holding, which was frustrating. But because obviously I thought the way he was going on, he was gonna come, let his hands go to war. You know, really go for it. And I was expecting a good war, but it weren't that.
So do you think he came to the match with a completely different game plan than you expected?
A little bit. Like, there's two ways in boxing. You're a prospect, you know. So for me, you want to look good whilst fighting. Winning, looking good. Two ways you can do that. You can box and look good, or you can come out and you can let your hands go and look good. Either way, when people finish, win, lose or draw, you're going to be memorable. When you come to try and nip rounds, holding, hugging, nipping points, hugging, holding, no one wants to see that. The ref was working against me because I'm saying to him, look, can you clean this up? It's too much holding. Right. Obviously, for this point, he probably felt like I was telling him to do his job, which probably I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
But it was frustrating
at the time.
So I said to him, look, clean this up. This is getting messy. We're hugging. Like, no one's coming to see a hug first. Then I got the count. Then after he got up, I'm hitting him with about eight haymakers, unanswered punches. At that point, if you watch most boxing, after someone gets dropped, they get caught with 3-4 unanswered punches, the ref jumps in. 8 punches unanswered, the ref's still going. And for me, like, besides being a boxer, like, outside the sport as a human being, look at how much punishment you're making this guy receive. His health's at risk. You're getting hit. You're probably concussed at this point. You're taking 8 big shots to the head after being concussed. It can get dangerous.
I wouldn't want to hit from you.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't want to hear from Andre either. 8 is just a lot. It's just just the thought of it on you guys' faces and your heads. I don't know how you do it. Sorry, I'm trying not to be girly. Anyway, back to it.
And obviously, lessons learned. You can make it a lot cleaner. And
did you learn lessons from that?
Oh,
from 100%. That fight? Yeah.
You learn from every fight, and that one I learned a lot. I had things to go to the gym. And just keeping, like, where it's a grudge match at times, although with the other fight I kept my composure, with this one I was loading up a lot, I was looking for shots, I was waiting a bit. I could have made it easier. If I made it and I just boxed how I was wanting to box, I would have got probably knockout early again. But one thing I give him credit, he was hurt, he got tired, and he dug deep and he saw it out to the end. So
it takes a lot of determination.
Takes a lot. Like, I don't know, he don't know. Obviously probably pride's sake, because he obviously felt a certain way. He thought, I can't. This guy said he's gonna knock me. I can't go. I can't go. And he dug in.
I would have done the same thing. You probably had to kill me to get me off.
Dug in.
Especially when you say, the thing is, I get that as boxers, you have to have confidence. You have to have a lot of ego and pride. So when you're talking before your fights, it's, I'm gonna win. I'm determined. So
champ, I'm unbeaten.
Yeah. So I get it. Must be. You must really kind of play on your ego.
Of course, it plays on your ego. But this is why, for me, I don't really like doing all the talking before. That's why I don't back and forth. Yeah.
Got the title of I want to say King of Blue Borough. It's not even King. Is it? What was it? Blue. It was the title of Blue Borough. They claimed it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. The King of the title.
You're now
so
like,
I'm the King of Blue.
King of Blue Borough.
It's funny though, because
just so you know, I'm the Queen of Blue Borough. Just so you know. If anyone wants to come for my title, then let me know.
It's true, and Penge.
So Penge is still Blue Borough, but we don't really class it as Blue Borough because it's Penge. If you're from Penge, there's nothing wrong with Penge. I'm just saying, but it's not really. It's not Lewisham. It's not Catford.
To be fair, do you remember when I was younger? You know, like Penge and the borough used to have their issues, and there was always the problems. It's like obviously Trinity and Penge. You know what? It wasn't like Lewisham Borough, like in the sense of, see, in the borough there was girls, there was thingies, so the guys used to move up the girls. In Penge
is just man.
Girls.
There's just man.
So
why? Where's all the girls?
We knew every day when we got dressed, we was going out for beef. We was only getting ready.
I shouldn't laugh because it's actually really serious.
To go on a link. We wasn't we'd get one party probably once a week on a Friday. Maybe I remember there used to be parties in Norwood, Stanley Hall's parties or house parties that we weren't even invited to. We was gate crashing.
No one would ever invite anyone from Penge.
So exactly. So we was always gate crashing because we was never invited anyway.
You come across as such a lovely, well-spoken, educated, focused young man. Just going through your experience and your background, I think it's amazing for young guys to see this.
So, but this is what I'm saying. So it's like people because of the way I am. I think people get it twisted. Like they think to myself, oh well, look how he's well spoken, he's he ain't from the people knew when I was younger. Everyone knew what I was what I was on when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I've changed my life around, and for me, I know that young kids watch me, they message me all the time, they think I send them, I sign autographs, I take pictures with little kids all the time, I go into schools. So how would I be conducting myself, how I conducted myself at 16, 17? I can't do that. Get in jail and then ruining their life. You don't want to do that.
No.
This is real life now. This ain't Grand Theft Auto. You do get nicked for the crimes you do and you do go to jail. And fortunate for me, I slipped out and I never got to go to jail. And I'm on a positive path and I'm doing well now, so thank God for that.
A massive thank you for coming on my channel.
No problem.
Talking to me.
Thank
and
you
at first he was like, I see you're supporting Andre, but like I said, I know both of you.
I watched everything. I watched in the interview don't worry, I'm supporting you. I was like, oh, she's supporting him there.
He messaged me, he's like, I see you. I see you.
You support him, innit?
Do you know what? It's hard because I genuinely like both of you. And all the interactions I've had with you have all been great. You're really, like I said, a very respectful, polite guy. You're very passionate, you're very focused. But I also feel the same way about Andre. He's just a little bit younger, that's all.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's what it is.
But this is why he's thinking of all the stuff with Battle and Blue and that.
Yeah.
But I just hope that the fight from this makes his mentality change and learn. And he'll probably learn a lot. He'll realise probably like people around you riding with you when it goes wrong, they might not. It's a dog world out there, and you gotta just be smart, make the smart move. And in life, you can't fast track anything. What I've done, I've built for years. Like I said, I've made a lot of sacrifices. He probably for the last year or so, probably a year, if that, decided to sacrifice everything for boxing. I've been doing sacrifices for like nearly over 5 years.
Yeah.
That's why I was confident. I didn't care how hard he was training for this fight. I didn't care.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got coming up next. Have you got anything coming up soon?
Well, obviously I'm mandatory from that fight now for the British title. I think I'm in line for the British and Commonwealth, and also I'm WBA Continental champ, so I might be defending my title and then go and win more titles. By the end of the year, I want to win 3 straps.
Free straps.
Strap season. We working. Hey, go check out the merchandise as well. Go hit me up.
Can you see it?
Hey!
Oh,
Spider
what's that?
Richard.
Spider Richard. We working, yo.
We working.
I like
and then
that.
we got the tracksuits come out. We got the red and black.
So you wore the t-shirt
100%.
and didn't bring nothing for me?
No, do you know what?
What?
I literally grabbed this on last minute. I wasn't even wearing this today. I was wearing a white top, but I had to change it up for the channel. Jeez! No, I gotta get you. I gotta get you under these.
Thank you very much.
Me up on the gram as well, Craig Richards. DM me for merchandise, tracksuit, tees, hats. Let's go.
He's a money maker.
Jeez, hustling.
Multi-billionaire on the way.